live with Jess Martinez. We had started an interview with him the other day, had some technical difficulties, and once I looked back at the video, realized the internet was bad because we looked like a horrible Chinese flick where I was talking and voice was over here. So we're back with the Vanilla Gorilla.
Yes, sir.
It's fight week, sir. How you doing?
Oh, we're feeling great. Weight's feeling good. I already ran. I already did some no-gi this morning. Might roll a little bit later. Get a massage, get my sauna on, meditate. Feeling good. Fight week's feeling perfect. Talking to my man Mika. We're doing good. You know what I mean? Feels like a little tradition us doing this. So feeling good. Feeling
Gotta ask, how long did the hair take?
I haven't cut it all camp, just the top. I want to thank Clean Cut Kenny too, by the way. Keeps me hooked up on the fade. But yeah, it took 3 months. I mean, I kind of knew I was gonna have a fight for a while. I didn't get an official opponent until about, I would say, 5 weeks out. I would say. So but I was working months on out. I mean, I'm always training, so yeah, it's a lifestyle for me. You already know.
And how long were you in the chair to get the
cornrows
put in today?
put in? My mom did this actually, not yesterday, but the day before. Probably took about 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Oh, all right,
yeah,
not
my
too long.
mom's always did my hair since I was a kid. I used to have really long hair actually, so yeah.
So used to it for competition, having to pull it down?
Oh yes, sir. When I first started jiu-jitsu and wrestling, I used to have to wear like a little cap. I always had long hair, so my hair used to come down like right here. Wild man.
What made you change that?
It was just a lot of upkeep. I mean, I train all the damn time, so it was like, oh no, I gotta wash my hair. I gotta do something with my hair. It's in the way. I cut my hair when I was about a freshman or sophomore in high school. That's when I had it super long. I used to have a fro and everything. Might come back. We'll see.
So does having the hair done make you feel like it's closer to that competition week?
Yeah, I mean, my hair might even be different by the time fight comes around. I mean, with the weight cut and stuff, we're about to get real sweaty. And I like to grind all the way to my fight. My coaches, Coach Latrell, Ray, even my dad, they always try to tell me to kind of press back towards camp or towards the closer it gets to the fight. But me, I kind of got that wrestler mentality. I mean, in college, we would have practices the day before a damn tournament or before a duel. You know what I mean? So my body's used to just grinding the whole time. And I mean, right now, like it's fight week, like you said, I'm focusing in on Jordan Titoni like he is on me. I know he's about to make a trip down here. He isn't coming down here to lose. You know what I mean? He's about to make a drive or a flight. He's coming to kick my ass, and I'm ready to go. You know, I'm ready to put on a good show. I'm ready to perform for New Mexico, my fellow New Mexicans. You know.
Third straight main event there at Buffalo Thunder. How does that feel when you think about where you're at in number of fights as a pro, and third straight main event there at home?
I don't really see it. I've never really seen the main event as being a big thing for me. Like, it's just, I'm fighting after everyone, you know, that's kind of how I always viewed it. But me being an up-and-coming fighter, you know, this will be my 5th pro fight. It means a lot. It means that I'm getting good publicity. It means that I'm doing my job as far as when I step in that cage. People want to see me fight, you know what I mean? And I think that's the goal for me, not only perfecting myself as a fighter, but I don't ever want to be in a boring fight. I don't want to ever hear anyone say Jess Martinez was a boring fighter. That's why whenever I do approach or whenever the bell rings, I'm trying to come out, whether it's a takedown or strikes. If I'm on top of you, I don't try to lay and pray. I'm trying to get my subs. My last 2 fights, or even my last fight, I was really calm, you know. I tried to stay real relaxed. I got a feeling this one's going to be a little bit harder to stay relaxed in. It's going to be a lot of chaos. I'm expecting it, you know. And I'm ready to embrace it. I'm feeling super ready. I'm excited.
This is, correct me if I'm wrong, the first time that you're going to take on another guy with a wrestling background as a professional right now. I don't think any of the guys had either had the level of wrestling that you and Jordan possess.
No, I mean, I know he had wrestled in college a little bit and stuff too. I wrestled 4 years in college, about 3.5. But yeah, he's definitely going to bring a different pedigree as far as that wrestling, that grappling game. I feel like majority of my opponents have been strikers, you know what I mean? So it's forced me to really step up my striking game. I think this one is about to go everywhere as far as the striking and the ground game, you know? I'm excited for it.
How comfortable do you feel on the feet now?
I I feel a lot more comfortable. I mean, that's the thing. It's about finding that balance, kind of once you step in the cage, once that bell rings, not being too timid but still being aggressive. You know what I mean? Like I said, I feel a lot more comfortable. I always felt comfortable. It's just once that bell rings, the crowd and stuff, you just want to make sure you win and you're not putting on a boring show. You know, I always want to make sure, like I said, it's full action the whole time. So yeah, I definitely feel comfortable with the stand-up.
Is there a different level of having to get comfortable in the cage when you go from being an amateur to a pro?
For me, it feels about the same. I mean, I prepare hard. I've been switching up little things within the camp, like I said, as far as recovery. When I did a lot more recovery when I turned pro, just because I was going hard all the time. But the major difference is, you just know you're kind of facing better people, possibly, you know. But mentally, I prepare myself for the best. Like, I want to be top 10, top 5. I want to be a UFC champion one day. I mean, I want to be one of the best. I want to be one of Mexico's kings up there with Diego Sanchez, Donald, and Cowboy, Holly, a queen. You know what I mean? And yeah, I want to be considered one of the best one day. As far as from this region, from New Mexico, I know I can, because all the best does come from New Mexico. So I know I'm on the way. Just staying focused now.
Seen you at sparring at Jackson's before. You were at Latrell's. The amazing group also from Santa Fe. What has it done for your confidence? All this high-level caliber competition you face in practice?
It gives me a bunch of confidence. It lets me know the level I'm at, where to gauge myself. It's not only, yeah, my training partners, they always pushing it with me, but it's not only that, they help me along the way, as long as with my coaches, you know what I mean? They fix those little things for me. Like, I never take criticism wrong, you know what I mean? If you're a white belt, blue belt, or if you haven't even had a fight, I'll take your words, you know what I mean? And there's always people sharing the game with me, and it's beautiful, you know? I appreciate it all.
How do you keep that open mentality?
I mean, there's no such thing as perfection, and I mean, I know I'm far from the best, and we still got a lot of levels to go, so anything people want to share with me, or anything like they want to open up to me, it expands my mind. As far as the MMA game or the martial arts game, it's just more to expand on, you know what I mean?
And we talked about this the other day, the experience edge. Jordan has more fights than you. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about taking a step up in competition, and again, going against the guy that has about double the fights that you do?
I never really viewed it as much, you know what I mean? Because a fight is a fight, and we're both going to show up, and one of us is going to win or going to lose. I know he has more experience, but at the same time, I'm training with so many people, like you said, with that same experience, if not more. I mean, my guys down in Santa Fe, who I originally started out with, was Tom Pless, and he was came down from Alberto Crane and Quinn Mulhern and Angelo Sanchez. I'm like almost 4th, 5th generation mixed martial arts down there, and I mean, I can't wait to show it. To come next weekend, everyone knows New Mexicans are tough. Everyone knows we bring that skill. You know what I mean? A whole nother game, and I can't wait to show it this coming Saturday. You know, I want to show the full repertoire. You know.
What do you feel your biggest advantage is going to be in this fight?
For me, I definitely feel it's going to be the length. I think Jordan's only about 5'7", 5'8". I'm 6 foot, so I'm definitely going to try to take advantage of that length. And for me, majority of the time, my advantages is my jiu-jitsu, my grappling game, because that's my first love. I mean, even today, I already rolled. Just because I want to roll, I wake up and go roll. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be hard to stop me from rolling the rest of the week. This is what I do. Like, it's just a passion of mine. And
so this is a message to the coaches. Stop him if you see him at the gym.
yeah, exactly. They already know. I already talked to Chris this morning. Kai told me to taper down and stuff, but I'm feeling super good. I mean, it's going to be a war Saturday, and I'm looking forward to every second of it.
It's not the fight you've already expected in your mind. You're prepared for 3 hard rounds here.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
expecting chaos.
I'm expecting 3 hard rounds. I'm always, like I said, always looking for that KO, looking for a limb. If he presents it, you know I'm going to take it. But I'm expecting 3 hard rounds, a grinding wrestling match or a grinding stand-up match, a lot of clinch. We're going to see, you know? Jordan probably has a whole other game plan for me. I know he's planning on putting me on my back. I have a feeling, so we're gonna see.
Is there any way that you taper down like the coaches want and relax at all this week?
Oh, I do. For me, more than anything, I listen to my body, you know, and that's the thing. In a couple of my past 4 pro fights, I mean, I've had these little nicks and dings. I'm not gonna say them, but I've had little nicks and dings that you train through. You know what I mean? It's a difference between hurt and injured. I haven't been injured, but I've been hurt, and right now I'm not hurt anymore. I feel good. Like, the only thing I gotta focus on is a weight cut right now, and even at that, I've been training so hard, this fell off like butter. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good.
Nice. So this has been pretty easy. The weight cutting wise.
Yeah. As far as the weight cut, my last cut was probably, I think it's too perfecting the cut. You know what I mean? This would be my 5th time making 145. My whole amateur career, I fought 55. Yeah, even through wrestling, I've wrestled at 149 for a little bit, but I mean, wrestling's a whole nother game too. You only have an hour between weigh-ins, so it wasn't enough for my body to really come back. I ended up bumping up in weight from 49 to 57, so yeah, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable at 45, and the day before weigh-ins, it's working cherry for me, and I think this is probably gonna be my best weight cut yet.
And wrestlers make weight all the time, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a mentality. You don't make weight, you're not even, I don't know, you're barely considered a wrestler. You don't make weight. You gotta make that weight.
So what are you saying when you're seeing these dudes miss weight at the highest levels of the game, Bellator, UFC? What are you thinking? Because I hear Pat Miletich screaming about it all the time. You got to do it 3 times a year. These wrestlers are doing it how many times a year?
Yeah, a lot. This will be my 3rd fight this year.
Right? Yeah. And then as a wrestler, when you were wrestling though, and collegiately, how many times a year?
Collegiately, you're wrestling just about every weekend. Sometimes, especially in college, you'll wrestle twice in 1 week. Sometimes for duels. It's a rough lifestyle. I mean, let's see, wrestling season normally starts in about October. You know what I mean? End of October, and it'll go all the way till May, and you're probably making weight every weekend for that next 4 months, 5 months. You know what I mean?
So you're talking 20, 25 times possibly?
Probably, but yeah, most likely. But even at that, you
and you get an hour in between?
Yes,
so you do stay lighter though, right?
Yes, you do stay lighter. I mean, it's impossible to even get heavy. You're weighing in every weekend.
So from that mentality, what do you think looking at those guys at the highest level missing weight when they only got to do it 3 times a year?
I mean, I'm not one to judge. You know what I mean? I know I do my job. I know, and same with them. I mean, they know the time they have to make that weight.
Making weight should be possible in that circumstance.
Exactly.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, anything could happen. You could get the dizziness. I mean, there's such thing as cutting weight wrong, and I feel a lot of fighters might even do that, and that's how you do end up in the hospital during that weight cut. End up passing out, or your heart fell, or dropped through, or whatever, you know?
How do you find out the right way to do it? How did you find the right way to do it?
My dad. Actually, I gotta thank my dad a lot. My dad used to be a power lifter and a bodybuilder. He's trained plenty of pro fighters throughout his lifetime, and athletes just in general. But I kind of take his techniques that he did from when he was growing up. He's been in the he started bodybuilding and powerlifting when he was 17. So he's been 20 plus years, and as soon as I stepped into the game and I told him, my first fight I saw was Marvin Easton and Vito Belfort. I told him I want to do that, and I was already doing jiu-jitsu a little bit, and he told me I gotta wrestle. And I started wrestling, and then for the wrestling tournaments, he never really had me cut until I was about 7th, 8th grade, and then kind of get into the high school levels, you know, the varsity levels of high school, wrestling for state and whatnot. My first weight cut was probably just from 130 to 119, and just kind of adapted from there and played with it from there. You know, I don't really believe in cutting weight for jiu-jitsu either, because there's always absolute divisions. It's either you're the champ or you're not. You know, so yeah, just gotta thank my dad a lot. He taught me the science of cutting weight, where it's easier on my body. Weight cut's never easy, but definitely makes it easier.
And how much is that a value, the not cutting weight for jiu-jitsu? So you're used now to feeling that bigger, kind of stronger dude than you're going to feel in a cage in a live competition.
It definitely... There's definitely a bit of an adjustment, because the thing is, smaller guys are faster, they're more explosive. So I gotta stay faster and more explosive, and that's the way I've always kind of been. I've always kind of been the smaller guy facing the bigger guy. So I guess when I do step in the cage, it kind of feels like I might be facing a smaller guy, but at the same time, it's a whole nother game as far as the jiu-jitsu and MMA. Just how jiu-jitsu or the wrestling and MMA is completely different. I mean, when you throw those strikes in, not even the strikes, but you throw the emotion in, people not wanting to lose in front of their town or their people, their coaches, you put in all that work, it's a whole nother different mindset, I feel.
What kind of mindset do you take in this Saturday?
I don't know. Right now, like with me, I'm focused on my fight and Titoni, but I don't really think about the fight much. Especially, like even when I get there, I'll do my little stretching stuff and then I'll start warming up. And I've visualized this already a million times in my head. Like this week, I'm just flowing through it. I'm focused on my weight. It's the mentality I bring into the fight though is just like, we gotta smash. It's either me or him. There's no mercy in this game. Like, it's either gonna be me and him, either getting passed out, tapped out, or even knocked out. You know what I mean? And I know he's been putting in work, so it's not him. And I've been putting in work, so it's not me. So, yeah, I'm bringing in that mentality, no mercy, going full out.
So last but not least, who'd you need to thank? Who'd you need to shout out to?
Oh yeah, I want to thank all my sponsors, Clean Cut Kenny for the hair, Superior Fitness, Gracie Baja Santa Fe, Gracie Baja New Mexico, Latrell Yee, everybody that's been supporting me. And as far as my sponsors, Via's Auto Works, Baca's Plumbing, Joanna Cox, if you ever need an attorney, make sure you hit her up. Rambling Cafe. I mean, there's so many people, honestly, that's helped me. I could go on the list. Yeah, I mean, I want to just thank all in New Mexico, too. Santa Fe for supporting me. I know I'm living kind of in Albuquerque a little bit, but I'm in Santa Fe every other day. I'm making a trip up there today to train. So, yeah, I just can't wait for next Saturday to put on for New Mexico and put on for the city. And, yeah, feeling very good. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Awesome. We'll see you guys at Buffalo Thunder this Saturday night, Jackson's MMA Series 26.
Yes, sir.